How to deal with the 3D while you are manifesting physical changes. This can be anything from changes in your appearance to discomfort where you need healing. It all works the same, and in this video I'm going to talk more specifically about dealing with the 3D when you see yourself in the mirror here and there and you're manifesting the complete opposite. If you need a more personalized help with your manifestations, you can book a one-on-one coaching with me. From the link in the description box below, I would love to help you with anything you are manifesting, or you can join one of my Master Manifestor Mastermind groups where I help you stay consistent while dealing with your specific manifestation situation. Email me from my booking page if you want to join and check out the links for my courses. And let's talk about how to deal with the 3D while you are manifesting changes in your body. For some reason, many people think that the 3D is more in your face when you are manifesting physical changes in your body. This may be due to the mirror, which it is almost inevitable to see yourself in a mirror. But I guarantee you the 3D is going to be in your face regardless of what you are manifesting if you keep your head in the 3D. So if you're constantly focused on the 3D circumstance, it doesn't matter whether you're manifesting something different about your body or you're manifesting money or SP, etc. The 3D being in your face is a lot about your head being in the 3D, so your focus being in the 3D. But what to do when you are actually seeing yourself in the mirror? Consider this. It's the same as you seeing your SP's behavior. It's the same as you seeing your bank account. It's the same as you seeing fill in the blank, whatever you're manifesting or whatever else you are manifesting. Manifestation is always happening in your mind, from your mind. It's about the stories you tell yourself, and it's about where your attention is most of the time. Even when you are looking at yourself in the mirror, seeing what you don't like, that's not the problem. The problem is when you dwell on it. Because regardless of what you see in the physical, what you dwell on is what is manifesting. So you can look at yourself in the mirror and think different thoughts from what you see on purpose. That's what affirmation is. When you are affirming to manifest something, you are always affirming something different than what you are currently experiencing. So even if, for example, someone mentioned hair falling out, your hair is constantly falling out and you're seeing it. You're brushing your hair and you're seeing it. It's unpleasant and it can be scary, understandably. But in that moment, nothing stops you from affirming that you have healthy hair, that your hair is strong, long, healthy, shiny, whatever you want to experience. The problem with manifesting is seeing the problem and dwelling on the problem. The problem with manifestation is dwelling on the problem when you are seeing the problem. It's not the seeing itself. It's not the experiencing itself that creates the problem. It's what happens inside you in your imagination about the problem. So you are also going to have thoughts about your physical discomfort or dislike when you don't see yourself in the mirror. And those are the times you can practice the new story. Practicing the new story, which is a different way of saying do your techniques, basically, helps you change the story that you are holding in your mind. For something to manifest on the physical or in the physical reality, the story needs to change in your mind first. It never happens the other way around. If you're waiting for something to change in front of you so that you can change your thoughts, that's never going to happen. That's not how it works. And the same goes for how you feel. It always needs to change inside of you first, in your mind, and then it translates into your body. And then I also often hear, I can't think I am XYZ when I'm not. And mostly because I don't believe it. Also, yes, I can think I have these healthy, beautiful hair, but I don't believe it. So I don't do it. Not doing it is not an option when you're manifesting. And not believing is not a problem. Believing is trained. Belief is trained. A belief is a thought that you have thought many times until it has become a belief. That is what we do when we affirm. We repeat a thought, regardless of believing or not, until your mind starts accepting it as true, and then it becomes a belief. Sometimes you don't even make in time to actually believe the affirmation before the manifestation arrives. I don't want you to focus on how your manifestation is going to come, whether you will believe the thought before or after the manifestation happens, but this happens. This does happen. Many, many times, very often it happens that you completely change before the manifestation comes. So you're calmer, you're more confident, you are convinced, and then it happens. Sometimes it's the opposite. You don't make in time to believe, or sometimes people are affirming so much that they don't even have the time to notice whether or not they actually believe what they're affirming. But the act of repeating the thought excludes the opposite, so now this has to manifest. And when it manifests and you have the experience, now you have evidence. But that's just a side note. That's not important. The important thing is what you focus on. You can look at something and think something else. For example, Neville Goddard's revision on the spot is something very similar, or maybe you can say the same thing, where you can hear someone bring you bad news, and instead of dwelling on their voice, even while they're talking or right after they're finished, you can hear in your mind, this is in your imagination, hear them say something completely different. And this changes the story that you're holding in your mind about what just happened. And that is what matters in manifesting. And it is understandable that you have a physical experience that can be sometimes more than just annoying. But you have to find a way that works for you to get back into imagination. And this can be done even while you're looking at the 3D. To think different thoughts, to imagine different things, to tell a different story. Even if you don't believe. Because if you believed it, we wouldn't be here talking about it. You would already have manifested it. This wouldn't be a problem. Belief is trained, and all manifestation is mental training. So even when you are dealing with physical discomfort that you have to deal with every day, you can think different thoughts. And if, for example, if you are in physical pain that maybe doesn't allow you to think that you are healthy and happy in that moment, think these thoughts. Affirm your affirmations, basically, when you are not feeling the pain. Affirm your affirmations when you are not seeing yourself in the mirror, or you get the point, when you don't have the 3D physically in your face. Because in doing so, you are training your mind to start telling a different story. And again, I can't stress this enough with manifestations like this. You can look at yourself in the mirror and think something different. Nothing is stopping you. Except the clinging on to the old story, but this is not true, but this is true, this is a problem, I don't feel good about it. Now you're dwelling on it. And that is what is between you and your desired outcome. Only that. And again, this goes both for healing and any physical change. Maybe you want a different looking nose. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. You have a physical experience and you have your desired outcome. This is true for all manifestations. Even if you're manifesting an SP, you have a physical experience and you have a different desire. You're manifesting money, you have a physical experience and you have a desire. The desire needs to be told in your mind and repeated and rehearsed until it can become a physical experience. Belief is secondary, at least in the beginning. At some point, yes, it's assumptions that create beliefs, assumptions. You believe your assumptions. And that is trained. Again, just because you don't believe in something doesn't mean you can't manifest. You most definitely can. I am going to link a playlist all about how to manifest without believing, because this is a problem a lot of people have and they think that this stops them from manifesting. It doesn't. All you need to do is actually practice. Do the work. Apply it. Affirm. Affirm like you believe it, even if you don't. Your mind is going to be trained, be habituated, become used to and familiar with that story. That's what we are doing when we're manifesting. And in doing so, we are replacing the old story with the new story. Once it's replaced, it's going to manifest. That's the law. Even though it looks bad, and of course I understand sometimes it's scary what we are experiencing in the 3D, but the more you keep your head in the 3D, the more it's going to be in your face and the more you're going to feel powerless. Get your head out of the 3D and start dwelling on the desired outcome. The first thing that is going to happen is that you start feeling powerful and in charge, and that also helps you to stay consistent and do the work, come back to it more, because now it's starting to feel good, and who doesn't want to feel good? So you keep coming back to that. And in doing so, you are creating a new mental habit. You're replacing the old stories, and it has to manifest. Remember, it's a law of assumption. It's all about your assumptions. And your assumptions are the stories you're telling yourself. It's not the mirror. The mirror is just a reflection, showing you what you have been thinking, what you have been fearing, what you have been assuming, and all that. And your mind is yours to control. And you can control it, regardless of what you're looking at. The last thing I want to say about this, that you control your mind regardless of what you're looking at. Your subconscious mind, which is the part of your mind that we are impressing with our new assumptions and beliefs, that is the part that is manifesting. It doesn't know what is going on in the physical. It also doesn't know what the doctor told you. It only knows what you are telling it. So whether you're looking at something and you're thinking it, so now you're telling your subconscious mind, I have this problem that I see in the mirror, or you're making it up that I am healthy, beautiful, this and that. That's the only story your subconscious knows. So you might as well tell it things that you want to experience, because it's going to manifest. You can't stop manifestation. You can only control what you are manifesting. And you do that by controlling your thoughts and your stories, and you can do it. You can do it. And you can persist, and it will manifest. And if you need a more personalized help with your manifestation, you can book a one-on-one coaching with me from the link in the description box below, or you can join my Master Manifestors, one of my Master Manifestors groups, where I help you stay consistent, find solutions to whatever you might find challenging in your specific manifestations, so that you can manifest in a way that is more pleasant and easier, and with all the support, consistent support that you need. If you want to join, send me an email from my booking page. Otherwise, check out my courses from the links down below. Have a beautiful day and see you in the next video.